What is up, guys? We are here at New Tech, and I am with Miss USA, the overall winner of Muscle Contest USA's from this past weekend, and your newest IFBB Pro. I am so proud of her. This is Kiara Maggie. And I am just gonna kind of go through a little bit of the process with you, and of course allow her to go through her thoughts and process of just her prep, her off season. You know, I just want to introduce her. We are also going to be doing a glutes day today, so that will be coming soon. But I am really, really happy to have you here, Kiara. It's been a super fun experience being able to start with her kind of like from scratch. So when she came to me, this was last year, we've been together for like a little bit over a year now. It's been basically a year and like 1 month or something. So she actually won the overall at her very first show, the St. Pete last year. And I was actually at that show too. So it was cool to see her just like in person winning the overall even then, but like we didn't know each other at the time. And one of my friends, really good friends, Josh Wolf, he actually introduced us. And she lives in, you live in St. Pete. Yeah. And I used to live in Tampa. So we kind of missed each other. Like I had left and came to Vegas, and she had just
within like months.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So I didn't actually get to hang out with her or do anything in person because I had already left and come here. But our friend that still lives over there in Tampa, we're mutual friends, and he introduced us. So it's been a pleasure working with her. When we started her prep or her off season, when we first came, she was coming off of her very first show, which was the overall win there in St. Pete. And then I knew, you know, with you're young, you're like 21.
22 now, yeah.
22.
21 at the time though, yeah.
Yeah. That's insane. So 22 years old, I knew when I first got her, I was like, you know, she still needed growth in certain areas, which we'll go over the feedback from USA's as well. But I just knew she needed growth everywhere. Like she already has such a beautiful structure for the division. So I knew that once we went through our first off season together and then starting a prep, like I wasn't exactly sure how everything was going to unfold, but once I started seeing her growth, I was like, holy crap. Like it was just absolutely amazing to watch her go through the growing process. And I also want to say too, I really love how you still lived your life. Like her balance is something that I highly, highly recommend. She was still able to do things with your friends, travel, you know, have a really good off season with still getting a lot of growth, but she was also able to have that balance of being able to enjoy life and enjoy friends and stuff outside of bodybuilding, which I personally think, you know, just allows you to respond better.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, because you don't feel so stressed out, like that's all you have to do. Yeah. So if you want to kind of give us just a run through of your experience, just like, you know, just working with me. I know that you worked with somebody else before, so just kind of the differences in what you felt, and then of course how your prep was leading into, and anything you want to talk about.
Absolutely. Honestly, when I started working with Ash, I'll never forget, after sending my first check-ins, she said she didn't even recognize me. And like, I look back at those photos and I just know I didn't feel good, I didn't look good. I was at a really tough place mentally, and honestly, I didn't know where bodybuilding was gonna be, if it was still gonna be a part of my life. So after spending our off season together, I mean, night and day difference. Everything that I did this off season and prep has been quite literally the polar opposite of everything I did in my first year. So it just goes to show that obviously having a great relationship with your coach, I would say Ash she feels like my best friend all at the same time, even though we just met, but like I trust her with my life, and honestly, night and day difference, like I said. But obviously I wouldn't be who I am today without you, and seriously, you changed my life, and honestly, yeah, I'm at a loss of words.
Yeah, no, I'm like so proud. I think that when you start in the beginning of this journey, I think like for me, for example, I didn't have, you know, someone in my corner that was like me, you know, like I did a lot of stuff by myself in the beginning. I was very much like you. I see a lot of myself in Kiara, and that's because like you're so optimistic. Like, she doesn't put expectations on herself. She doesn't, like, when she came into this show, she was very much like, this is my first national show. Like, I don't even know if I belong up there. She was questioning even doing this show, to be honest. And when I told her, I just said, listen, like, you are special and you will be up there, like, in the mix. Did I know exactly where she was going to be? Of course not. You know, depending on who the lineup is and all of that, you never know what can happen. And when you see a physique by itself versus a physique next to other people in a lineup, it makes a huge difference. So that was something that both of us really needed to see, you know, especially for her mental, because I'm like, I've already been there before, and I'm like, as soon as you get up there and you see this physique come to life, this is a completely different look than what you brought to the overall state, like for her overall win the last time. So I knew once we could both have that together, we would both be having like a more clear vision of what she needs to do next and what we need to do to make her even better. But she trusted me. She believed, you know, what I was saying, even though she was very scared to kind of just take that next leap, because she's so new in this sport. Like, I've only done one show. She's like, are you sure? Are you sure? I'm not like, I don't know. I just got one show. So I love that she just put her trust into me, and like the outcome was more than what we expected. We definitely wanted to get a pro card. I believe she was capable of that. Every single time she sent a check-in, I was like, oh my God. Like, I was just like, you're getting better and better and better every time. And I just love her aura on stage, the happiness. You could just tell because she didn't have so much pressure on herself. She just wanted to go enjoy the stage. She wanted to see where she landed. She was ready to keep going and keep fighting if that was, you know, if she got into that top 5 or even that first call out. She really just wanted to see what she was capable of now, because it's a completely different look. And she did the damn thing. She came out with winning the whole show, and I couldn't be more proud. But you know, her prep was pretty seamless. She didn't really have to do a lot of cardio in the very beginning. The very tail end, we started pushing a little bit more just to make sure that everything came in perfect. I would say, like, on show day was her best look ever, like throughout the whole prep. But as far as like her body's response, you know, she was very consistent with the response time that we needed, and everything just flowed for her. Honestly, it just kind of, you know, was one of those things where you were just able to enjoy life, have fun, but also keep locked into your goals.
Exactly.
I think that she is going to do amazing things, but we still have more growth. Her USA's feedback was just that lower glute, making sure that that lower glute has a little bit more density down there. We do still need to get a little bit deeper and sharper tie-ins. So for me, that was something that I definitely noticed right off the bat with her, was that we still need that area, more growth there. And like I said, she's 22, so that's going to take time. Muscle maturity is like everything in this sport, and the longer you do it, the more that kind of like that top level, like Olympian pro look that you're looking for, that's going to come with time. So yeah, it's definitely something that she's going to be capable of. This is something that she wants to keep doing. I think that now the fire is kind of like lit under your butt. She's like, I don't really know. She's just like the cutest thing. She's like, I don't really know where it's gonna go. And now she's like, oh wait, hold on. So I think a lot can happen, especially when you see everything kind of unfold on stage. It's so much harder to just see it in flat check-in photos in the morning.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You're gonna get a better picture once you just do it and see where everything goes. So now we get back to work. Really, the plan now is just to allow her body to reverse, get back to health. And I want her to really just take time to put in growth. I mean, to be honest, we did an 8-month off season, which isn't really that much, but her changes are drastic because she was consistent. So the 8-month off season we did, and then we did a 4-month prep. So it was like a 16-week prep that we did. And we kind of started off slow. I didn't really make a ton of changes in the beginning, just to kind of see where, you know, everything was going. Just added a little bit more steps and just a little bit less of a diet. And then after that, I mean, her body just started kicking and it was rolling. So
she was ready.
Yeah, your body was ready. So that's pretty much it. We're just gonna grow more and keep putting as much as we can on her frame in increments. Then of course, like I said, you take it off, you go through a prep, you see where you're at, you get on stage and go from there. So that's pretty much our plan from now. Today, we're gonna be training glutes. her primary focus in her off season is going to be that lower glute and max. Like, we really want to make sure that we're getting those in. Everything else, they didn't really give us much feedback anywhere else.
Yeah.
Obviously, muscle all over is going to be good for her just because of her age. So it's not going to hurt her to add more muscle on. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. And is there any last words you want to say?
Shit. I mean, I don't even know.
So now that you're a pro, and I know it's kind of hard to even let that sink in.
Imposter syndrome.
You know, for real, and I get that. I totally get that. Is there any words of encouragement or anything that you would want to share to people that are trying to get their pro card?
I mean, honestly, like Ash said, we were very close to taking a break, and at the very beginning of prep, you know, obviously I was going through a lot mentally, and if I didn't have Ash to push me and tell me, listen, you got this, girl, she still gave me the option, but I am so beyond glad that we did push through, and obviously we wouldn't be sitting here right now if we didn't. So honestly, just lean into the hard shit is one of the biggest things I kept reminding myself, and when shit gets tough, that's when most people quit. So when you fight through and you continue to check every box, I didn't cheat once, I didn't have one bite of anything. I just listened to everything that Ash told me and putting all my trust in her, and it all paid off. So just keep going, keep pushing, and that's
Tell them, you can do the hard shit.
You can do the hard shit. Lean into it. Hell yeah.
Love it. Well, we will get to the rest of this episode, and we're going to train today, and we will see you during the workouts.
Yay!
I will win the IFBB Pro card. Oh,
yeah, I haven't checked it yet, but
now you can check that shit off.
Yes.
And then which one did you, I will have time. they're coming. They're like there. They're like almost hi. There. I love it.
Hell yeah.
So cute.
Yeah.
But I feel like this is so important to
is.
Just see it, write it, like manifesting. I truly feel like that makes you become the best version of yourself
100%,
because you see this, like you're actually like actively writing it down and like envisioning it every single day. And I feel like that makes a huge difference, honestly.
Yeah, for sure.
So
for sure.
I love that.
I wanted to show you that.
Good. 4, 3, good. 2, 1. You'll just have to kind of give me a list of things that you like to have in your off season so we can start incorporating those little things.
Okay.
Because I do want to get your body back to like the off season like normalcy of just being able to like feel good and back to being your normal energized like self when you're training.
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, perfect. Normally I'm even more Energizer bunny than this. I wish you could see me in my real form.
Your real form?
Yeah.
Good. Good. 7, keep going. Good. 10, you got 2 more. Good.
I don't know what I got left.
Show us your muscles.
This is my first donut. This is my second donut.
This has got some abs though. a little. They're hanging on for dear life.
They're like, please stop. Please stop.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
Because you're not fueled by the stuff you were fueled, like you're fueled by calories and like sodium, and the pump is coming from just like stuff your body hasn't had, and just like the extra sodium and stuff, and obviously the water retention that your body holds. But as far as like your energy and the way you feel, like I feel more like sluggish, than I do like strong. It's so weird.
No, exactly.
But then like the next day, like after, I'm like, all right, I'm gonna eat all my meals, I'm gonna get back on track, and then I have like the best workout.
Yes.
So it's like the post-show pumps for me are like always so good, but it's usually the worst workouts for me. Like, I don't know, it's weird. Like I struggle a lot. Like I'm like, ooh, I don't like this.
That's valid. Just about how we're feeling.
Good. 5, good. 4, good. 7. Good. 9, good. 10, you got 2 more. Good. Okay, so this isn't gonna be like a normal squat when you come down. So feet a little bit further apart. Good. When you come down, I want you to hinge and push your hips all the way back. Squat more into it. Yep, right there. Okay. Beautiful. 4. That's what's gonna get these right here. Come on. So whenever you're at back home, this is what I want you to focus on when you're doing your squats. Okay. Good. Like when you don't have muscle, literally when you don't have muscle, you're doing it, but it doesn't feel the same as when you're contracting with muscle.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's when people are like, I don't feel it, I don't feel it. I'm like, you have to, you will. Yeah. Just keep going and doing the same movement. Once you build that muscle, the contraction will get stronger and better, and you'll feel it more. So
crazy.
Yeah.
So it's not viral, but it's there. I can only range from like 1,006, but it's not close. Okay, so you're on a kick, right? Yeah. You know all that's what you're working, right? Yeah. That's what this is something that we start posting. And then you can cut off.
All right, guys. That wasn't heavy, but it's just like my mind muscle connection right now is so fire. Like I just feel really, really, really good in my lifts. So even though I'm technically not like going super heavy, you can still have that really strong mind muscle connection where literally you feel like you're like failing towards the end, which is always a good place to be in. It's not always about how heavy you're going, but it is about the intent behind every single rep. That is the most important thing. So that felt good. Good. Last one. Good work.
Woo!
Got the little bar? Okay. And then when you are, I want to show you something. So right now, when you're coming down here, you're rounding your back a little bit when you're pressing up like this. So make sure hinge here, press up with the booty and the heels. And not the lower back. So just make sure that you're keeping that back when you're here. Don't go like that. Make sure that this is still pushed out. So think of like pushing your glutes like out and then coming up and using that lower glute to really push up. There it is, beautiful. Very good. 3, good. 4, I got you, come on. 5, 6. Good, almost there. Last one. Yes. Everything about fitness, everything about training, you'll realize like somebody can do something and it just doesn't work for you. Like you try and try and try and you're like, oh my gosh, like I just feel it so much more, you know, whenever I lean into it a little bit more, you know? So everything is just about, it's not a one size fits all. It's going to be like trial and error and like what really works for you specifically. And then obviously the more muscle you have in certain areas, you're gonna see like maybe you may not have used to do something back then, but now that you have more density and more muscle and more strength, then you can do that certain thing and you're like, holy crap, like this actually feels really good now. You know, so it's all about just evolution, like as you're going, like with your strength and everything like that, your muscle density, how much better you get at an exercise. For sure. You know, but it's not like one thing is the best for everybody. You just have to figure out what is best for you in those moments, and then when you grow, that could change. You know?
Sure.
Five, 4. All right, guys, we are on our last set of this glute workout. So we're gonna do some reverse hyperextensions, little froggies, as I like to call them. More lower glute tie-in area. This will also get your middle glute too. Like this is like my favorite exercise, especially to end the workout is like,
She's the finisher.
yes. So we're gonna finish it out with this, and then that is it for today's episode. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for joining us today. And of course, Kiara, I'm super happy that she was able to make her little entrance in here and just give you guys some insights and all that fun stuff. But yeah, thank you for joining. Please like, subscribe, comment, all the things. We greatly appreciate it. But we love you guys. Thank you again for coming. Bye.